The industry perspective is a space for those in the industry to speak freely about their experiences without fear of retaliation or a negative review. The views and opinions shared here are solely that of the individual and do not reflect the establishments in which they work. With that said, if you feel offended by these jokes, we weren't expecting to get tipped by you anyway.
Bro. Yeah, we've been trying to get you on for a minute, huh?
Yeah. We've been talking about it for a while, but our schedules have kind of been always opposite. But
that's the problem. Me and you have always had these opposite schedules, and then we scheduled the one last week, and we got right up to it, and then he got called in. And then we had one of our other guys. He's kind of like a stage co-host, like he jumps in when he can. He was supposed to be here, and he was looking forward to it, and then he got called in for something today, and I was like, it's just always something. Right. That's how the industry goes.
Thing about being like in the service industry, man. It's like you're always on call, even when you're on your day off. It's and then you never have holidays unless you call, like actually say I need this time off.
And you're like a month out, right? Pretty much, because like people are always telling me about like holidays. I'm just like, holidays don't exist for us. Like I don't.
Christmas, bro. Since I've been here, I haven't celebrated Christmas.
Really?
I'm not talking shit. My first year, I celebrated Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
But Christmas Day, I had to work.
Whoa.
Wait. Who was open on Christmas?
Dublin's. That's when I.
Oh yeah, they're open 365, right?
And Wakana's open on Christmas Day because it's Asian.
Oh,
damn,
you know, and Asian people don't celebrate Christmas.
I mean, it's a thing you can always count on. Basically, if I don't have anywhere else to eat, I know I can go by the Chinese buffet or carry out.
That's why in the Christmas movies, you know, when everything's closed and they don't have Christmas dinner, they go to the Chinese.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
It's definitely a thing. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would just go because the food is good.
Right, the food's good.
Yes.
Food's always gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Shall we? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm using the majority of that. I'm gonna go and be honest. Let me guess.
Might have to air cheers this one.
Oh wait, no.
Well, I'd like to welcome you back to another episode of the podcast where we like to peel back the curtain on your favorite industry and or bar and give you an inside look at what goes on behind the curtain. And we like to call that the industry perspective.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Huzzah!
What's good?
Bitches.
Oh, that was the best one.
Right.
You know what? I mean, nothing against Nick, but Nick stepped all over your line last time, and I know he didn't know.
No, yeah, people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this motherfucker, he was just like
seamless.
Yeah, that's the difference between rock. That's the difference between like rock and R&B pop.
Boom. There you go.
Which is how we will introduce our guest for today.
Let's do it.
We are, honestly, man, I feel very honored to have this guy on today. We've been talking about him being on this show for as long as I've known you, for the most part. And we just have always worked these opposite schedules, so we've never been able to make it happen. But, I know we're going to get into, who you are and where you're from and everything, but this man's got credits. Like, the man has got credits. And so, not just that, but he's just a real all-around good dude. And that's why you will always see him popping up at the parties that you're like, oh, that's the party you want to be at? Yep. And then somehow you get in, and then you pop in there and you just see him.
Yeah.
He just fucking pops in like a fucking ninja. Like he just popped up, Yeah. But yeah, we are being joined by the homie Jarid. So I did not get the soundboard ready.
What you did? What's up,
I
guys?
should have
How you
had that
doing?
ready, but
Thank you, man.
I'll let Rob take it from there. Yeah, there we go.
Boom.
You know what I realized? I didn't even download it on this phone.
Boom.
Yeah, so
it's all
never
good.
mind. Yeah.
Jared, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
What's that?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I thought you said thank you, fam.
Sorry, my accent.
Wait, your accent. Where are you from?
Well, I was originally born in South Africa, in Durban. It's on the east coast of South Africa. And then I moved to Australia when I was like 10. My family moved to Australia. And then I was raised the rest of my life in Australia.
Oh, wow.
And now I'm in the States.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
I've been here almost 3 years.
Wow.
Shit. So your accent is more South African?
It'll be South African intertwined with Australian.
Okay.
Intertwined with American now.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
It's like a melting pot.
Yeah.
Accents.
That's just hard to even think about.
Because now when I'll FaceTime like my parents back home or whatever, and they're like, "What's going on with your accent?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" I'm just saying. It's like,
call you out.
Like, you sounding more American. I'm like, shit, I must be hanging. Well, I'm fucking living here, so
Yeah. Even the way you say whatever is like, kind of like a little bit more Americanized, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I don't know if I guess for me, coming from the South, it doesn't sound Americanized. It sounds like its own thing. Yeah. So for me,
because everyone thinks I'm
it
British.
gives it even more. It doesn't sound British to me though.
Everyone
it sounds like its own, like it has its own energy, and I really like that.
Yeah, it's just its own little thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the few times where when someone's like, "What are you?" I'd be like, "All right, I get it."
Yeah.
you can't figure it out by how I sound.
Right.
So, all right, that's fine.
Right.
That's cool. You know what I mean?
Because like if I don't talk, people would think I'm some sort of Latino to some degree. While I always get, "Are you Puerto Rican? Are you Dominican?"
Puerto Rican.
I'm like, "Nah, bro." I'm like Aussie. I'm from
I'm Aussie.
I'm Aussie, mate. What the fuck? You look Dominican, bro. Like I don't.
Oh yeah, the waves too. Yeah,
I don't speak Spanish, but
I bet mad people come up to you just like off bat, just like talking.
They start spitting Spanish. I'm like, oh yeah, bro. Nah, I don't know what you talking about, but cool, bro.
Even I've gotten that shit before. Yeah, like I've definitely had people come up to me at the bar and it's like, oh, you Dominican, da 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 da, and they just start going, and I'm just like, un poquito. Not quite enough Spanish. I'm on Duolingo, but we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So,
I've been paying for Babbel for about a year and a half, and I've used it maybe 6 times.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah, but for me, it's more so I don't like the way they do the app where it turns off my music. Because for me, I I'm mentally challenged, man. I'll be honest with myself about it. I know I am. We don't have the bell. But it's just like hard for me to just sit and just try to study something. Right. So I'm a more visual, hands-on kind of learner at the same time. Me too. Yeah.
That's like me too.
So if you're making me stop what I'm doing to focus on just this thing, it's harder for me to absorb it.
I'm exactly
but if you let me, same way when you're cleaning, I listen to Spanish music when I'm cleaning too. Yeah. I just don't know what the fuck they're talking about,
Vibe.
Yeah, it is a vibe though.
Wait, so what got you into the service industry? Were you into service industry in Australia?
No. So I only really got into the service industry because obviously I'm here for my music career.
Right.
I'm a musician, well-known musician back home. Done quite a lot of stuff. But obviously I'm in a new country, so I still need to build my brand up in a new place and stuff like that. So I use the service industry as a segue to kind of help me, fund my dream,
But
and pursue my dream because it has the flexibility, I bartend, so even though I work a lot, I can call off if I wanted to and go and do an audition or go and do a gig and stuff like that. Whereas if I was being an accountant or engineer, which I have qualifications for, I'd be stuck,
because like that's your 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Wait, you said you have qualifications for?
Yeah.
To be an engineer?
Yeah.
And an accountant.
Yeah, I used to work in the Outback in Australia.
Like Outback Steakhouse?
Yeah, like I used to no.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I know that's not what he means.
I know, but that's where our
but because
go.
we're American,
I used to work on the iron ore mines in Australia.
Holy shit.
Because my dad's a superintendent on the iron ore mines in Australia. So he's like the boss there. So during COVID, I became an engineer for 3 years.
Oh shit! Okay.
And I was on the conveyor belts, fixing the conveyor belts, and it was.
Damn. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit.
So I've done some shit.
Yeah.
It's like I fix a lot of shit.
You're a kangaroo jack of all trades.
Yeah. Not a kangaroo. Pretty much.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, that was too easy.
Kangaroo jack of all trades.
That's how crazy my life is. And then so my parents said, if you want to pursue your music shit, you have to go to college, right? So I went to college and did business and commerce, and obviously I majored in accounting and economics. So I graduated and I started working for the tax office in Australia, the Australian Taxation Office, as an accountant. And then my music took off. So
Damn.
I've just been like jumping careers.
Damn, but I mean, it's cool to just be like a Swiss Army knife. So like whatever kind of job comes up, and especially like in the music career, you do need to, as you start to grow, need to be able to balance like
absolutely
all that business stuff, be able to go into those like conversations.
It's actually kind of been a blessing in a way because it's like I've learned all this stuff. And like, even though I'm in the music industry, it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
Right. Yeah.
no one's really going to do some shady shit with me because I, at least on the financials side, because, I've studied this shit,
Right.
Which is a good thing.
That's what's up. And then so like the music, like what got you into music, and then kind of what's kind of shaped the kind of music that you make.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like my upbringing and stuff like that. My parents are black, so I've been around soul music my whole life and R&B, jazz. They look the old school, from the 60s and 70s. So,
Hell yeah.
I learned all that shit. I feel like we're the last generation of all that good shit,
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because
absolutely.
like people actually sit down and learn instruments and not just like a soundboard.
Exactly.
And so you can actually just create the music straight from the instrument.
Exactly. And now you listen, like you be on TikTok and stuff like that right now, and you see all the cats younger than us be like listening to 90s like SWV and shit. I'm like, man, this shit's
Yeah.
And it's the first time they've heard
right.
it.
It's the first time they've heard it.
Yeah.
And
it's a throwback.
Right.
It's just like, that's
What the
so
fuck?
crazy.
I was cleaning to that as well.
exactly.
It depends on the Saturday.
Exactly.
Man. You never know which one you're using.
Yeah, man.
I actually had one question I was thinking of. How did it feel for you to be working an engineering job, and especially, as you said, you've worn many hats, but then to transition to music and performing, and then to see yourself chart, because you've also charted as well.
Yeah. So obviously, like back home, like I managed to get a gold record and stuff like that.
Yo,
And,
kudos to that, man.
Damn, we don't have a sign, bro.
Yo, I wish we had that.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So
I fucked up. I'm supposed to have that on this phone. I didn't do it. It's one of those things like you go through your checklist and you're like, I got everything, and then I look up and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't do that. That one thing. That's fine.
We still got
We'll
this.
use our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like before COVID, like I say 2019 was my best year because I did an international tour. I sold that tour out. I was literally did every major city, and I was supposed to come to America April 4th, 2020. But the week before I was about to arrive here, the borders in Australia closed. They stopped all the flights, all the tickets got cancelled, in front and back. And that's when my dad's like, well, shit, you're going to be sitting at home for who knows how long.
We don't know how long at this point.
You might as well come and be an engineer.
Damn. Okay.
I mean,
And I
hey,
was like,
kudos to that. Sorry, I
yeah.
was making sure I didn't have it on this phone. I don't. That's the last time I can look for it now. I thought there was a glimmer of hope that I had it, but no. But kudos to dad on that, because a lot of people, myself included, I didn't have any kind of a fallback option during the pandemic.
I was very lucky. Like I said, some people's lives got destroyed.
Yeah.
I made I made a lot of money during COVID.
That's
that's just because in Australia, you know how America's a capitalist society, right?
Yeah.
So in Australia, it's all about the middle class. So like the mining industry, or like if you're a builder or a plumber or stuff like that, that's high paying jobs,
Oh, shit.
Like a builder here.
So having a trade is actually more beneficial.
A trade,
yeah.
having a trade, like school teachers in Australia, are earning over 100,000 a year.
Oh, get the fuck out of here!
Yo, shout out
bro.
to that. That's
Come
cool.
on,
man.
When I got here,
How can we not figure that out here?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
And I'm like, well, a smart economy is a fucking powerful economy,
It makes sense.
You would think so.
And then I
Kinda
come here
logical.
and I hear the teachers are only earning 30,000. I'm like,
Yeah, dude,
how
it's
the
rough.
fuck do they survive on that shit?
They don't.
The teachers here come to my bar telling me they should have been a bartender.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's crazy
no,
because-
I'd rather you be a teacher.
Yeah.
Don't be like me. Yeah,
It's
please.
funny you say that because bartenders make more than first year accountants.
Yes.
Yeah.
First year accountants on 60, 70,000. Bartenders are pushing 80, 90,000.
Yeah.
And then in a good area, you're probably cracking over the 100,000.
Yeah. Nah, it's a crazy lopsided society that we have here. So like just hearing about that there, I feel like that was kind of what America may have been going through maybe like in the 20s, 30s, and we were pushing toward it like, you know, in the 60s and 70s. But then by the time we hit the 90s, it is just like the American dream of just like trying to become the top 0.1%.
Right.
And since they just kind of push that as like the dream that we all want to get toward. So basically let's keep on making that look more aspirational by giving all of that money to those people, so it continues to make people try to drive forward.
We're a lottery society,
right?
Yes,
it's what it's all built towards.
Yeah.
You being that one person who gets lucky enough to win the lottery, whether it be through your
and
skill,
then you're like
hard work,
praised as the Messiah until they want to tear you down.
Well, not just that, but your rise gives everyone else hope that they could be the next lottery winner.
Right.
Yeah.
And your fall, well, on the way down, everyone hears everything that you did that was at fault.
Right.
So the people who aspired to be you, they're just like, well, as long as I don't make the same mistakes, I'll be okay.
I can still strive.
But then they love
it.
a comeback story. I've seen that time and
Oh
time
my
again.
God, yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
You know, like that heroes, like from the ashes to now glory again.
Yeah. This isn't
America
a political
loves that
podcast.
shit.
But that's kind of what we're seeing a little bit right now in part of our politics. But
Good old.
Well, to take it back to the service industry.
yeah, no, I was about to go. I was bringing it back. I was bringing it back.
And I'm gonna say it for both of y'all. Have you ever had someone who moved on from a venue and then came back for a second act and ended up doing better?
In terms of like
say someone worked somewhere and, you know, whether you work with them or not when they work there, but they no longer work there. And while you're working there, they come back.
Yeah.
And then, like, have you seen that work and go well?
No. Not for me.
Hesitation.
That was
Hell
no.
Because then they expect the same treatment.
Oh, when we used to do it like this, and it's like, but did you?
Yeah.
Because I was here a week after you got fired, and they didn't do it like that when I got here.
And they didn't like the way it
I heard that's why you got fired, is because you did it like that.
Exactly.
So I kind of had the opposite, I guess, experience because I started working at Redacted in the middle of the pandemic. So it was a bunch of people that had left because they didn't want to work during COVID. And I was one of the people who was like, oh, fuck, like, whatever, let me make this money. And they started trickling back as stuff started opening back up. And they thought things were the same as they were before COVID. Some of the stuff was, some of the stuff wasn't. Some of them flourished and, you know, went on to advance, become even like bar managers and stuff like that. Other people were just, like whining about like, well, you know, back in my day, and it's just like, but like we're in different situations now. And like, honestly, maybe Redacted isn't as hot as it was before COVID. And we got to like make changes and figure out how to work in this current climate.
Right. Because you have all these restrictions about like the distance rule. Like, remember that?
Oh, dude, it was a lot. We had face masks, face shield, gloves.
I didn't like any of that, but the distance I was cool with.
Yeah, 6 feet.
I still
see people fucking posting that.
I still don't want people to be more.
Like I agree with those posts. No matter how many times I see it, I'm still gonna double tap it. Yeah. I'm like, I like that every time. I do miss when it was, mandatory for you to give me 6 feet because I need it. I need you not breathing.
Some people don't know personal space.
Oh my God. I was walking earlier today, and there was a motherfucker literally like right here on me, and I remember 15 seconds before that he wasn't there.
Right.
Because I looked to my left, I saw no one.
Right.
And then I looked to my right, I kept walking. I looked to my left again. This motherfucker stride for stride, and I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
That's
Get
what makes
the fuck
me.
up off
I'm
me."
gonna stop and tie my shoes and let you go past.
Bruh. Bruh. There is one good thing I have about looking this ambiguous and weird with the hair and everything else is when I look startled, people are like, you know what? I don't know what you are, and you're confused. I'll just leave you alone. I'm gonna give you some space.
I'll leave you alone, bro.
I'm confused. You're confused. Yeah. Go your way. Because he literally, it was like fucking Fast and Furious. He went one way, I went the other.
It's like up in our waist part.
Yes, absolutely.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. And then so you came to America and service industry was just like what you gravitated toward?
So I don't know if I can say this on on live podcast.
Say whatever.
So when I got to America, I was
with.
waiting for my. So I came in obviously legally because I flew 17 hours.
Yeah.
But I was on a business fucking visa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while I was applying for my green card, because I was going off my career accolades, America has this thing where like if you like have a specialty in a certain career, you can apply for permanent residency. Most countries have that, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I applied for that, and while I was waiting, obviously I was in limbo, and I was living on savings in America for the first 6 months of my life.
Damn.
And then I was to my homeboy, I'm like, my man, I've saved a bit, but shit, I don't want to be broke.
Right.
You know?
You don't want to wait.
Yeah. So there was this place that kind of gave me a little start where we met, but I can't say the name because I don't want to get them in trouble.
Yeah.
And they kind of let me start off under the table until until my work authorization.
And that's why that place is an institution.
Right.
Because they do things the wrong right way.
Exactly. So I'm very grateful to that place,
it's
though.
It's the first place I send people to because I'm like, no matter what you're looking for, either you're going to find it there or you're going to find whoever lets you know where it is.
Yeah.
That it's an institution. It's one of those places, man.
But I fuck with that place. It gave me my start in America.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Shout out to that place.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Irish.
Right.
Yeah, there we go. The fighting Irish?
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man. That's
But once my legal shit came through, then my wings kind of started spreading, and obviously I'm at my new place now and shit like that, and it's kind of good.
That's what's up.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you left Irish and you went to the Japanese spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't cross borders, but that's fine.
It's crossing waters, bro.
Yeah.
Should have stayed in Irish waters.
Right, I should have.
I knew it when I saw you there. I was like, this place is not gonna appreciate what this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a very we do it this way.
Yes.
And it's a very get your start kind of place.
It's very you're right on the money for that because I hadn't bartended before.
Right.
I learned bar backing just like off the cuff, because do this. And I said, you know what? And then one of the workers at Japanese spot was like, yo, we looking for bartenders. You want to be a bartender? And I just jumped. I leaped. I said, fuck yeah, like I'll do it.
Right.
How hard is it to pour some drinks and make people get fucked up,
Yeah.
But then obviously like to the homeboy Caesar, props to Caesar. He kind of taught.
Yo, shout out to Caesar, man. I haven't seen him in a long time.
He's a G, bro.
Yeah.
Caesar's also a national institute on
right.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
But,
he absolutely
but that
is.
homeboy, like, he really kind of helped me out and got me taught me my chops in bartending. You know? I don't claim to be the best bartender in the world, but shit, I can make a mean drink.
Right.
Yeah.
And I want to shout out to him because he taught me that shit while I was at that joint.
I feel that, and that's what I mean as far as I knew you weren't going to be there long,
right?
Because a place like that, I feel is. Yeah, they're going to teach you like the basics of how to do whatever the function is you're doing, like whether it be bartending or serving. But they're teaching you the basics and it's up to you to figure out what your personality is going to be.
Exactly.
Right.
What your energy is going to be.
Exactly.
And so you can focus on that because they make the other parts of the job so textbook.
Right. So textbook.
So textbook. So,
I was like, bro,
yeah.
In order for you to have regulars, you got to kind of give them a free shot once in a while.
Yeah.
Something.
You can't be ringing in everything on top dollar all the time. Like, shit, I understand we have a happy hour, but shit, giving your regular a free Jameson shot or a free tequila shot.
Or free appetizer.
Goes a long way.
Goes a long way.
Yeah. Because that person, and especially if they're a couple, they remember, you remember that I come in here so often that you wanted to take care of me. And that's where a lot of those big places get lost.
Right.
They get so bogged down on the bottom line numbers that they don't want to take care of the people who are there taking care of them every day.
And they wanted to know why they weren't excelling as as well as they were before COVID. Because I'm like, well, you lost most of your clientele because I'm like, you don't respect them, you know?
Yeah.
It's very, even though it's a Japanese joint.
Yo, Japanesey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him Japanesey.
Yeah.
But Japanesey fucked up.
Right. Oh, for sure.
Fucked up big time, because when we used to do our live shows back when you first joined
on,
on
Japanesey, but
yeah,
I'm not letting that one go that easy.
You're not letting it go easy.
No, go for
Japanese.
That Japanese
You're not letting
not
it
going
go
easy.
Yeah.
Please believe me. Okay, I'm done. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
But no, when we used to do the live
I'm not trying
episodes,
to be cheesy. All right, no, okay, now I'm really done. Okay, all right, I'm done. All right.
we would go there after we would do our live shows. A lot of times we would go there after we do our shows here at the house too.
Right.
Because they had a reverse happy hour.
Man.
And then that was one of the first places I noticed, especially in this area, that said, you know what? Fuck our regulars. Fuck our customers. We're not going to, continue to offer the thing that you come here for.
Yeah.
We're just going to take it away.
Do you know why they did that though?
You're the one who told me. That's why I was saying
they didn't want to hire security guards because by law you have to have a security guard after 12 o'clock. I'm like, my man, hire the damn security guards. Just like a few weeks ago, the poor host, he's like a little kid, got beat the fuck up
Holy shit.
by some dude, some crazy ass dude that came in and his order was late.
The fuck?
It was all over the
Man,
news.
his calamari was extra crispy.
I was like, God damn. I said,
Wait, stop.
must have been. Because like
Why my calamari look like onion rings?
bam, it's your fault.
It's your fault. Oh, you won't get
Not
these
the
hands
chef's,
today?
it's yours. I felt so bad when I saw that on the news. I was like, oh my, because I know the dude, and I'm like, he's such a good guy, and I'm like, you did not deserve that. But that's management.
Yeah.
Imagine the shit getting slapped out of you for an entree, and it's on the news.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
Bruh, I'm quitting that job. I'm done.
I'm
filing a lawsuit.
I'm filing a
You're
lawsuit.
paying me.
Yeah.
Facts.
And then the day after I get paid, I'm done. So
Yeah.
I'm out. Because you put my ass whooping on the news, my nigga. I can't live that down.
Right? You could.
Oh my
It's
God.
going to go down history. You go on the news. You on what? What's the news channel in L.A.?
I don't know. I don't watch it.
KC,
See you later.
whatever. Well, it's on the news.
Yeah.
And I saw that shit. I was like, oh, I know you.
It's probably also on World Star.
Probably.
Oh my God.
Probably also on
Yeah.
World Star.
I'm like, the dude was 6'2", and this dude was 5'6" at best.
God damn.
And these little ass got beat
Over some Cali-fucking-Mari.
over some calamari. And I said I would have sued. I said
Imagine being a host and getting your
Japanese.
brain stir fried
right.
because somebody else's
For
fucking
real.
order is late.
For real.
God.
For real.
Dog, don't be fucking up my stir fry.
Shit.
Damn, I nearly slip up with that.
God
With that little
Damn. Japanese.
with Japanese. I nearly slip up. Oh shit.
Oh shit. Damn. So they didn't want to hire security. That's crazy because like redacted because LA had passed, or was it California passed a law where like bars could be open till 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Which is like a thing that happens in Chicago, New York, or whatever.
When they do that?
Oh, they still have it so far?
They passed that law maybe like a year. Maybe I think they passed it in 2022.
Oh, but they can't sell alcohol though, right?
I don't.
Too.
I think that's the thing.
I don't remember the rules.
I've seen a lot of that with the afters, but let's not
Yeah.
get bogged down. in
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
'cause we don't know.
but basically, Redacted was thinking about extending our hours, and we look at them and we're just like, "Yo, all of our incidences clearly happen between like 10:30 to 12. 12 is when we
when
close.
everyone's lit.
Yeah, and so like y'all want
They
to
open later
They wanna
during the
stay-
time that costs you the most money.
Yes, we have all of our like people sending food back because their well done ribeye isn't well done enough or whatever. All that shit happens
First of
after
all,
10:30.
Who gets a well done ribeye?
Bro, people come in
That's a
at
bad
11:15 or 11:30, knowing damn well we close at 12, ordering a well done 22-ounce bone-in ribeye, and you know that shit is gonna take like 35 minutes to
least.
cook. And then they just sit there, and now I gotta sit here and watch you move the whole table trying to chop up some goddamn well done ribeye.
the burnt ribeye,
The fucking tire. Yeah, that's what the fuck happens. But yeah, those are people that come in after 10:30 and looking for meals, and then y'all want to extend it, and now we got to put up with this and all of our incidences, all of our fights, all of our like stuff where we need security, and that's when you guys want to extend it past. Eventually, they shut it down, but it took like a while for us to convince them.
They need to start in cities like this one. They need to start treating fast food places like those large gas stations like a QT or whatever the other one's called. I don't know the name, but I know it's big in like Texas or something like that. And I remember living in Arizona, and there were areas, especially around College Town, like Tempe, where certain fast food spots, they were staffed and built in a way where they were made for the turn and burn because they were so close to the college bars and the bars that everyone was just like, I just need some food.
I just need some quick.
Shit, it's in walking distance or something like that. And I feel like, especially for, areas like LA, Hollywood, and, maybe like a Houston, something like that, it would make more sense to build these places that could turn out food and give drunks somewhere to go.
Because all they want is that's oily, sloppy burger that can soak up their alcohol. So they
why
can
don't we
home.
turn malls into that? Let's turn shopping malls into food courts for drunks after the club is closed.
Oh my god,
you know what I mean?
Killing.
Sorry,
Need some security.
If they
but
built something like that, I'd be there. I'd go there instead of the afters.
Oh, for sure.
Have the music going. Have the food going. That's what y'all should be working on.
That's true.
Instead of
like a safe place
for
drunk people to go and eat, and if they want to continue drinking, they can do, but they obviously sobering up because they're eating.
Yeah. Or I mean, like some other places, I would say if you want it to be extended a little bit longer, maybe get a special menu where it's just churning out that type of food that you can quick.
Shit,
you can
if
turn
Jack in
over.
the Box can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah,
because Jack in the Box, all they do
that
is take all the shit that ain't been sold all day and they turn it into something else.
I can't really support a place that sells that much different things. That
I
many
can.
different things. It's just
Jack in
like
the Box
you got tacos, you got
Jack in the Box
you
is
got
the
waffle
first
fries.
zero waste fast food restaurant.
They have
zero waste,
the
bro.
breakfast burrito. You got
that breakfast burrito is so fire.
Yo, I'm a sucker for their breakfast croissant. Like, that shit hit.
I'm a sucker for their whole menu.
Yeah,
it's a
Jack in the Box
bro.
ain't got nothing on the menu that I won't eat.
That's true.
I'll be real with you. I might not. It might not be something that I'm like, I'm gonna order that.
Right.
But if someone puts this in front of me, if you hand me a Jack in the Box bag and I open it, I don't give a fuck
whatever's
what's
in there.
It's a fucking Happy Meal.
Nah,
my homegirl used to call it Jack. My homegirl used to call it Jack in the Crack because obviously
call it Jack in the Crack.
Jack in the Crack.
Dog,
Give me a couple monster tacos,
dude. No, those dollar chicken sandwiches used to save me back when I was in college.
Yo, like, I miss when they were $1.
They're not $1 anymore.
Nah, hell no, ain't nothing $1.
They're like $1.79 now.
Bruh.
Those two tacos, I bought it just the other day. $1.79.
Ooh,
$1.79 is doable. That's like $2 chucks.
Those tacos used to be 49 cents. Yo,
that is insane.
49 cents.
What about the McDonald's ice cream that used to be 50 cents? Remember the
McDonald's
when the machine worked?
When the machine
never works. The machine never fucking works.
Nah.
Same thing with the McFlurry.
On the McFlurry.
There was one McDonald's.
Moment,
There was one McDonald's where it was close to where I lived when I was still in my fat era, and their McFlurry machine worked. I used to go there every Monday night.
No,
get me 2 McChickens every Monday night. I'd watch wrestling.
Yeah.
Because I just moved from the South, so I was still watching wrestling back then. So I watched my wrestling. When wrestling was done, I'd go over to the McDonald's. It was across the street. Mm-hmm. I would have walked over there, but it was after hours, so you got to drive. So I drive my fat ass over there. Yeah. Give me 2 McChickens and a fucking McFlurry.
Right.
I'm good to go. Yeah. Sitting there trying to spit game at the fucking cashier, and she's like, "No, sir.
Like, nah,
you just ordered 2 McChickens and a McFlurry.
I know what your life is about.
Why don't you get the fuck out of my face?" What the fuck's
for real? She's like, "I don't even want to be here."
No, exactly. Right. Exactly. I remember when she left for a while and came back, and I was like, "Why were you gone?" She's like, "I had a kid." I was like, "Oh." So should I order Happy Meals for
I
you?
don't know, like,
I'll let you
what
keep
are we
the toy
saying right now? You get the toy?
Back then, I was still interested in being a stepdaddy. Like, I'll get the Happy Meal. You can keep
was
the toy
funny.
for your kid.
Fuck all that in America.
Damn, bro. Wait, speaking of after hours, you were kind of the after hours poppy. Like, what is that like about?
I will be,
not the after hours Drake.
I will be officially retiring
Bullshit.
this year.
Bullshit.
Yeah?
Potentially.
Bullshit. Potentially. He's already backtracking. He's already setting up the backtrack.
Cannot confirm or deny it.
He's got to see the next year's draft class.
Oh,
No, but I love the after, man.
Yo,
well,
it's
because
fun, man.
see, in Australia, the clubs close at 3:30
PM?
a.m.
Oh, okay.
wait,
So,
wait,
I'm
what?
like,
Wait,
damn.
what?
No.
What life did you think he was living?
Yo,
So-
some people be asking me dumbass questions like that.
So alcohol-
What time do you open? I'm like, 5. They're like, AM? I'm like, bruh.
For
What
who?
sense does that make?
Yeah. So it's like alcohol stops at 3 in
Yes.
Australia, right? And then we close at 3:30. So when I moved here,
That's a nice last call, though.
You know,
Like,
yeah.
everyone knows.
Yeah.
That's smart as
and
fuck.
everyone would only go out from say 11:30 p.m. the day before and go to like 3 o'clock, whatever.
Okay.
I like how you said the day before. We
You
were
know,
like, yeah,
like
11:30.
well, you know what I mean. Like, yeah.
For us, we were like, yeah, you don't go out till 11:30.
Right.
Fair.
Not the day before. Day
So when
of.
I first got here, I was only starting to get lit at midnight because I'm like, shit, I only need 3 hours to party.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh shit, last call's at 1:30.
Yeah.
I'm like on the
You got
peak of my
45
lit-
minutes.
I'm on
Yeah.
the peak of my litness trying to drink more. And they're like,
of my litness.
you know, I'm just like and then like everyone's like, let's go.
It
I'm
just
like,
sounds like a
fuck.
poem.
peak
Sounds
of my
like an after hours poem. I was at the peak of my litness.
And then
Call it
and then
the
a couple of my
litmus test.
homeboys at Irish taught me about the after hours. And ever since then I was like, I like this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I like the afters.
But I like the ones that is
Yeah.
kind of in the age range of my
that's the problem I have.
That's
You
kind
know,
of getting tougher.
yeah, it's getting tougher, but you know, no, just in my mind.
yeah,
I
yeah,
still look better than a lot of them. We've also
bro,
look better than
dead
a lot of them.
ass.
Yeah.
Whenever I go to an afters, I'm like,
Shit, you for,
How long
for,
you
twen-
been-
for
what?
23, you looking a little rough,
bruh, what the fuck?
Dog, yeah.
They carded me on the way in.
Right.
How the fuck you get in?
right?
Shit.
You passed the age range. Like, God damn.
It's a rough life.
Yeah, it can be pretty bad, man.
But you
Like
know- yeah.
I do like the afters. Like my issue with the afters is, you know, yeah, it's the age thing, but it's mostly because what kind of energy are you looking for
Facts.
at an afters?
Right.
If I'm out at 3 in the morning,
I'm trying to
I'm
chill.
not trying to get super fucked
I'm not-
up to be up till 5.
I'm not trying to
I
go
just
up
don't
more.
want to be done at 2 o'clock.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
on
I'm
that
not
same
trying
energy,
to stay up till 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like, hey, mama, it's like 3:55. You want to stay? You want to go?
Right.
Because I'm ready to go.
Right.
If you're not coming with me, that's fine. Can we exchange numbers? Let's move on. It's cool. No
Yeah.
pressure.
Yeah.
We're good. But the way I see these motherfuckers do the afters, it's
Yeah, well,
like
they be doing extracurricular
There's just-
activities.
every conversation is looking like you trying to tell me a secret. Like, talk to me without covering your mouth, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Why when I talk to you, you go to your friend, and you're like, and then you come
And you
back.
come back, and then like now your eyes are wide open, and you got a little bit.
So you want to dance?
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm good, bro.
I don't know
Yeah.
what beat you gonna
I'm
be trying
good.
to find the way you look right
I
now.
am fine.
Like I like those spots where there's a pool table and like there's a little couch area.
It's like more
and then the
chill.
bar.
Yeah.
Kinda shit. I like those after hours. Like
Yeah.
I ain't really trying to go to a rave
I will say,
unless it's like New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Or I'm traveling overseas. Then I fuck with that shit because it's
Yeah.
like this is a once in a lifetime thing. You know,
Right,
You
right,
know,
right.
You're not gonna do this every week.
which is thank you for saying that, because that was what I wanted to say about the afters. It's not that we're complaining about the afters as much as you got to be in the mood to be around that energy.
Exactly.
And I
Yes.
think a lot of times what gets lost is that some people don't want to go to the afters because they're like, I don't want to be in that. That's
Yeah.
not what I'm feeling.
Right.
And then you get those people who are still running from something. If you're still running at
Right.
3 a.m., you're a different kind of runner. I don't know why you're still running from your problems at 3 a.m.
If you are in your mid 40s,
Yeah.
still at the after hours, you are running from something.
I'm gonna be real with you. If you're in your mid 30s and you're at the afters but you're still trying to party as hard as possible.
Right.
That's the same as being in your mid 40s. Because being in your mid 40s, it's like, why are you still here?
Yeah.
What's missing from your life?
Right.
But when you're in your mid 30s and you're doing it the wrong way, everyone looks at you like, why are you compensating?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
chill the fuck out.
Like, if you're gonna be here, chill. Like,
like
you don't have to try to act like you're 23.
Like, we get it.
Because the 23-years know you're not 23.
You're not 23.
Yeah.
Because
They looking up to you.
Class.
They're like,
you teach their class.
right,
Mr. Johnson?
Mr. Johnson, what the fuck?
What are you doing here? You just gave me an F. Fuck you.
F is for fit. Nah, never mind.
I'm just gonna give that one just in case.
Just in
case. Shit. So like when you started like doing the industry here, do you feel like you acclimated it to pretty well?
Pretty quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew I couldn't be a barback forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That got tired. I got tired of that real quick.
Yeah.
Because I just knew like I've already done so much shit in my life.
Right.
I can't be in America doing this for long. Like,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I was grateful for my start though. You know?
Well, you have to get the start,
I
but
have to
then
get my
like,
start.
yeah, because even like when I started moving to a server, like they started me as a busser because I had never worked in a restaurant.
Right.
It was probably within like a month I started talking to customers and they're like, all right, man, like let's just start giving him some tables, just because like they can see that.
Yeah.
Do you think like bar culture is similar here as it is in Australia?
No, well, see, in Australia we don't have tipping culture. So that's why, like, when you'll see like a lot of Europeans that come on vacation to America, they don't tip.
Yeah,
But it's not because they don't want to.
Right.
They just have no idea that.
that's a thing.
Because in Europe,
And even if they do, they don't understand how it works.
Right.
And therefore, they may not even have the patience.
because a
for it.
bartender in Australia or London would be getting paid between $30 to $40 an hour.
Right.
But that's because they don't get tips.
Plus
Right.
healthcare.
Right. And they get free healthcare,
Yeah.
free college,
Yep.
Damn.
you know.
Yeah.
You can learn about the spirits.
So
that
it's a
you're
little
serving to
socialist in a
someone.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little tinge of socialism,
Well,
but it's for the
weird thing
people,
is,
though.
Why is socialism become a bad thing?
It's
other
not a bad
than
thing.
when
It's like,
people talk
okay,
about it
general people
negatively?
should be able to have, if they get sick, not to have to pay a mortgage to go and get better.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? It's
You
such a
shouldn't be.
weird thing.
You shouldn't have to choose between your life or your home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
your
and
pet.
going to a college to get a degree to be a high valued individual in society that's going to be paying taxes to boost the economy shouldn't be paying $500,000
And then on top of that,
and then still trying to live.
and you're trying to pay that for 20, 30 years
Right.
of your life, trying to pay for
And
schooling.
that is such a crazy thing
Yeah.
for everybody that's not from America. Like,
yeah.
it blows my mind that your country's so rich and they can't do that for people.
Our country is the illusion of rich.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is quite the illusion. Yeah.
We are the BBL of countries. The fucking real housewife of
very
countries. Like
It's crazy.
we tell the whole world how great we are.
Yeah.
And everyone believes us. But at the end of the day, it's all fucking fugazi.
Right.
It's all borrowed money. How are you the best country when you owe every other country?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, come on,
Trillions
man.
of
Like,
that.
let's be
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
We're just a country most suited for the dream of, you know, like how this whole life thing works for people who need it to work a certain way. I will
Yeah.
say that. I have to grow up. I have to have a end goal. I have to have a goal post or something like that. For those people who think, oh, I'm better or want to be better, or I want to be a performer, I want to be anything.
Right.
America's where you got to go.
You gotta
It's
go.
the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
But the only way it feels that way is if we keep perpetrating that energy.
No, but it's the truth
you
because
know?
the people I've met since I've been here,
Yeah.
I would never have met in Australia.
Wow.
Like for what I want to do in my life,
Right.
I would never have met them
Exactly.
because I'm so far away,
Yeah.
and our industry, like Australia's population is 26 million, the whole country. It's the size of America in mass,
Right.
but our population is less than California.
That's crazy.
That's interesting.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we all
I
live on
thought
the
it was
coast.
half the size in mass. I didn't realize it was
No,
the
it's
same.
exactly the same. It's so from West Coast is Perth. So
Y'all
say
need
it's
some
LA,
states, my nigga.
right? right? Yeah.
I'd like to speak to your government. Do you guys have you guys considered
Y'all
states?
gotta start parsing out some land, man.
I think we only got what's it? Western Australia, the Northern Territory, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, 6 states. Adelaide, South Australia, 7 states.
7 states. They making it work, baby.
And from Perth to Sydney, so Perth is LA.
Yeah.
Sydney's New York is a 5-hour flight.
That's pretty much the same
That's
shit.
the same.
Yeah.
So from LA to New York, it's
like 5.5, almost 6.
there you
Right?
go.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
You don't think of it that way.
Right.
You really don't.
But I mean,
That's wild.
Yeah, it's the same population as California. That's
That really
No,
like
California's like 40 million, right?
yeah, something like that.
too many.
Yeah.
So imagine.
I stay as a transplant.
Right.
Too many. Get them out.
So our biggest city would be Sydney, right?
Yeah.
And it's probably only got 5 million people
Wow.
in the city.
Damn.
That's crazy.
You know?
Yeah, because I don't know the population of LA off the top of my head, but like it's probably maybe half or a quarter of the population of all of Australia or something like that.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
So what is there to do?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of shit to do
Yeah.
in Australia?
in Australia. Yeah.
That's why I asked that
Yeah.
question.
It's a
Because
whole
of that
bunch of shit
reaction.
to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
it's
I hear
like-
that.
like, if you
And we just had, one of our own, Kia. Shout out to Kia. We miss you. And wish you the best on your journey in Australia. But
what's up, Kia? I don't know.
yeah.
You,
Over there. That's just us to see
that's just
ourselves.
us.
That's Kia's over there.
my bad.
Yeah, I've been seeing some of her posts, and I've never been to Australia, but I've seen a few
Australia's
Australian
lit.
posts. That's what I hear.
I wanna
but I
go.
never see it. I never see it lit. I believe it.
Yeah.
I
See,
believe
if I
it's
wasn't
lit,
here for-
but it feel like Australia is just one big after hours because I never
Yes.
see y'all partying, man. Like,
everyone
but I know
parties.
you do. I know,
And they
but
not a
I don't
drink.
get invited to the fucking after. So,
Yeah.
like, how do I get in?
There's
Bruh,
no-
like,
there's
who
no-
I got to talk to?
There's no after hours in Australia. It's just one big party from start to finish.
I think bullshit. I think I gotta talk to TSA and be like, "Yo, where's the after hours?"
I
in
tell you,
Perth?
there ain't no after. I only
just-
found out
you
about it
just
after
go?
hours since I could go here.
You just go.
I just go.
All right, so we got to go together because I need to find out what
you
he's
come
about.
to Sydney, bro. I got you, bro.
Yo, let's
Here's
just
the
go.
thing.
Let's
I
just
want to
figure
go to
out a time
Australia
go.
really, really bad.
Same.
However,
Okay. Spot.
y'all, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's only in the outback though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I be seeing them shits in some houses.
Wait,
Not
y'all
just
got
like-
that in the steakhouse?
No.
No, we are the most ignorant Americans. No, but like it's just like so much of like y'all.
So those
y'all's nature is the most dangerous nature in the world.
yes, but and it's all true, but it's like
Yo, they got father nature over there,
Bro.
'cause,
like
like their nature
the
just
kangaroos
beats your
will be
ass.
running around and shit. It's true.
And they can beat the shit out of you.
The koalas will be on the tree scratching the shit out of your face. Yes.
Koalas are aggressive?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought koalas were the cutest
Hell
fucking
nah.
things.
Fuck no.
Nah,
They're gonna cut you up.
Nah, get
What
up
the
in
fuck?
their crib.
Right. If you threaten them, they're gonna fuck you up.
Koalas?
Yeah. Their little
Damn,
fangs are sharp as
koalas.
fuck. And they
Alright.
got chlamydia.
Where you think the name came from?
Yeah. They
Damn.
all of them got chlamydia.
All of them got chlamydia?
Yeah.
Wait, but why, how were, oh, wait, time out. Flag on the plate. It's going to be ignorant as fuck. How are you catching chlamydia from a koala? What do you do?
How do you not
No,
catch
I didn't
chlamydia from a
say
koala?
you're catching chlamydia. I say they have chlamydia.
Well, I ain't got
So
to
you're
worry
not
about
catching it?
No.
It's just being
I'm
donated?
not fucking a koala.
Well,
Let me
then-
just put
well,
that out there. I'm not
Well,
fucking
that's the
a
only way you're
koala.
gonna get it from a koala.
Okay,
Shit.
all right. I'm just saying, like they got they got
Dang.
chlamydia, but like they can
Yeah.
keep their chlamydia because ain't nobody fucking a koala. All right, man.
I mean, you never know these days. The world's a crazy place.
How did we get here?
I
Anyway,
don't know that.
Australia,
We got here from the Outback.
and not the steakhouse.
Exactly.
Because we've grown in the last 5 minutes and we
Right.
know what the Outback actually is.
Oh my God. Koalas got chlamydia.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
All
Kangaroos actually aren't that aggressive unless you fuck with their
So you
family.
should never believe a koala when they said they've been tested.
when you
'cause
see
they
them
stay
stalk-
lying.
There you go. When you see them staunch up like that,
Oh, koala
Yeah.
ass nigga, he be lying on his dick all the time.
let that koala ass nigga stay the fuck
Yo,
over there.
hey, ladies, say that.
Right.
Hey, that nigga was lying on his dick. He a koala ass nigga.
Oh my God.
I had to get tested after that one.
Wait, kangaroos, when they do what?
When they staunch up and they look like they're about to fight you,
They're probably about to fight you.
it's because it's threatening their family though.
Oh yeah, I'm not about to. No, I'm not
On
fucking
blood, cuz.
Did you see that thing on Instagram where the dog tried to attack the kangaroo and the kangaroo tried to drown it?
I think I did see
Try to
that.
drown
Yeah,
it.
it was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
drown it in the river.
yeah. And then
I've never seen
the
And
owner had to come out
punch
there,
him in the face.
had to go like punch a kangaroo. Like,
Wait, the old video?
it was pretty
The
old.
one
video.
where he hit him
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the koala was like, oh shit, I ain't never been
yeah,
I
he
ain't been
didn't
hit like that
recognize
before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a river?
the river and the dog was.
He was
about to-
trying.
I didn't see a
The
river.
kangaroo was trying to drown the dog.
I knew the kangaroo was trying to do something to the dog. I didn't know it was trying to drown it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
After
holding.
all this time,
Yeah,
damn, they need to put out a documentary on this shit. Like, what the fuck? How am I finding out this much about this video
Yeah, right.
that has been out before Vine?
But then y'all have beautiful beaches, but then the coral reef might fuck you up.
no, the coral reef ain't gonna fuck you up.
No, isn't it like kind of dangerous if you actually
No, well,
get
that's
cut
like
on?
in Queensland. You go to the Great Barrier Reef.
Yes.
That shit, but it's beautiful as fuck. Like,
That's
you
what I hear.
If you go like scuba diving and shit there,
Yeah.
man, it's the most beautiful thing you'll ever see. But like on the regular beaches, it's regular beaches,
Okay.
sandy blue.
Bet. Damn, this has been the most ignorant Discover Australia that we've ever had. But yeah, I do really want to go to Australia though.
You have the time of your life. I
Yo,
tell
let's go.
everybody that hasn't been.
When's the best time to go to Australia?
Summertime. So,
Our summer or your summer?
our summer, which is like Christmas,
Right.
Ooh,
Right.
Or just after Christmas. Like February is our hottest month. So if you're going for a month,
So we should go in January.
you should go in January, mid-January. So because it's peak time during Christmas, everything's like
Yeah, I ain't trying to go during
the
Christmas.
flights are like
Yeah.
overpriced and
Yeah,
shit.
no,
Yeah.
no.
So you want to go just after the Christmas holiday period.
Yeah,
which is
like mid-January.
Mid-January.
Let's start looking at that,
Yeah.
man. I want to go.
Yeah.
I mean, for one, we could go see Kia
Yeah.
for sure. Australia's been on my list for
Yeah,
ever.
the time of your life.
You know, it's been on my list forever. So,
Beautiful.
I know the way you party, so I imagine we will have the time of our
bro,
life in
if
Australia.
that's how he parties here, I
Yeah.
need to see you in your own
In my own
element.
element where I don't need to worry about shit and like, I don't have to always look over my shoulder.
You don't
yeah,
have to look.
'Cause
You don't
I've
have to
got,
look over
like
your
mine,
back in the
yeah,
outback.
it's your backyard.
my backyard
Or your
man,
outback.
You'll have a great. You
Yeah,
have a great
I try to outback joke too.
fell flat.
We both tried. Like we both
Fell
went
flat.
for it. Hey, it is what it is.
cool.
We both gave it a shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's give it like a soft one, just like a soft
Yeah.
one. There we go. Damn.
So, oh yeah, making good time. At the midway point, I would like to ask you, what is your red flag for customers?
Just rudeness.
Yeah.
If they come in like entitled and like trying to like cut you off and stuff, is man.
By cut you off, what do you mean?
So just say they see I'm busy with someone, right? And I'll be helping them and stuff like that. And I acknowledge them. I say, I'll be with you shortly. But then they say, I want this, I want this, I want this. I'm like, my man, I'll be, just give me 2 seconds. Like, that irritates the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
Irritates. I'm like, you see I'm helping this person, and I've acknowledged you,
yeah.
I say, just give me a couple minutes. And you're already spitting your shit and like demanding shit and, I'm like, chill out.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna retain anything
Right.
you're saying right now. I already
Yeah.
told you.
Or
I'll
when
be
it's
with you.
very busy and they expect you to drop everything when they've just got in,
Yeah, yeah,
That's like a red flag for me.
I feel that is a lack of self-awareness for anyone, whether it be a customer, a coworker, especially if the coworker is a customer at the time,
Right.
say they're coming in on their time off or something. People forget that you want the same amount of attention from the person serving you as everyone else does.
Exactly.
yeah.
So you trying to jump in front of the line, if I'm willing to disregard the person who has already ordered from me for you,
Right.
what's going to stop me from doing that to you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel the same way.
And then it's disrespectful to the person you're helping.
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my little red flag,
Yeah.
It might be a small one, but
No,
That's not a small one.
it's-
That's one we hear a lot.
Yeah.
That is one we hear a lot.
yeah.
And then what's like your red flag with coworkers?
Backstabbing bullshit.
It sounds like you have a story.
No, it's just like, like they'll be like doing shit, and then they'll like you might make a mistake or some shit, and then they instead of they addressing you to your face, they'll run to the manager and be like, blah 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 blah. So it's like it's super. Like if you just address me,
we could have like hashed this out.
We could have hashed this out, rectified it.
Yeah.
But now you bring the manager in, now this whole big thing, and then you're being fucking messy in the group chat,
dude. Yeah, I haven't seen it that much.
And then you're getting checked in the group chat.
Yeah, and now it's like become this much bigger thing.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it so much amongst like bartenders, but I hear about it talking with some of my friends that work in back of house, because the back of house is a lot of like politics with like who's going to be sous chef, who's in line to be like day manager or whatever. And so then I talking with them, they'll talk about like, oh yeah, it was like this one little thing where like enough of this thing wasn't prepped, and clearly like the next manager could have just came to me and said like, hey, we ran out of this thing, you need to prep a little bit more next time. And instead what they'll do is they'll send a regional wide fucking email. So now like the head chefs, the regional chefs, everybody is hearing how you fucked up on this one little thing from this one shift, and now it becomes this big thing, whereas it could have just been like a one-on-one conversation. Like, yo, we ran out of this. And
I would think that is one of those things that we need as a service industry society. We need to start taking more ownership of and saying, when we recognize the signs that a place does not want us there, we need to just move on.
Right.
Because anytime that a place wants you there, they will help you.
Right.
And if the management team or manager or whoever it is that's above you that is making these decisions,
and
if they're making
it hard for you.
Yeah. If they're doing it that way where they're like, clearly you could have just told me this, but instead you left a paper trail.
Well, you get
because that's what it is.
No, it's a paper
that
trail.
Is them.
Well, they're playing
leaving
politics.
A paper trail. Exactly.
Yeah.
Let me leave a paper trail and show cause for why I'm not giving you this promotion or why I'm trying to get rid of you. Or if you leave, I can say, well, see, look back to when this thing was said, and then they hold it over your head. Yeah. And we fall right into it because we get so emotional and we, and a really good friend of mine told me this a long time ago, but we in this industry, we have a tendency to make permanent decisions based off of temporary emotions.
Thanks.
Yes.
And we get so caught up in the moment because we're so frazzled by what's going on, or, we feel so slighted or whatever.
Right.
We got to try to fix this, or we got to say whatever it is. And sometimes you just have to acknowledge that that place doesn't want you anymore. Mm-hmm. So start updating your resume, putting your resume out somewhere else, find another place to work. You leave before they're ready to find your replacement. Yeah. That's how you.
It's funny you say that because that's what happened with me at Japanesey.
Speak to it.
I was like pulling in the most sales out of everybody.
I remember. Not that I knew your sales, but I watched you after a couple of weeks.
I was late once since I worked at that place for a year. I was late once.
Wow.
I got a final write-up.
A final write-up?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. Even my coworkers were like, what the fuck? You always on time. I never took a day off. Like, without like putting requests in.
Right.
Never called in sick. So I was punctual like 90% of the time.
And by being late, you mean like within the industry, usually they give you like 5 minutes.
I was late once.
Yeah.
I think I was late 20 minutes because something, I can't remember what happened, but I was late 20 minutes one time since I signed.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right.
And the manager gave me a final write-up.
That's wild.
Yeah. And then as soon as I see that, I'm just like, oh, okay, you don't want me here.
I'm like,
you're clearly trying to build.
I said,
the case.
you trying to push me out.
Yeah.
For context, there are a lot of times, especially in this industry, where you will see one of your peers come in routinely 15 to 20 minutes late.
Yes.
And that's why I said a moment ago.
Right. And that's so funny because my coworker used to do that.
Right.
And she used to get
Never.
Yeah,
anything.
and that's what I mean. That's what I mean by that on time is within the industry, they'll give you like a 5-minute grace period. Oh, you were parking, which in this industry, you pulling into work, you don't know, oh, it's busy in the area that I'm, parking in or the garage I'm parking in, but whatever. So they'll give you that grace period if they fuck with you.
Right.
The moment they don't give you a grace period, they're not fucking with you.
They're trying to build something.
So whatever it is, the moment a job starts coming at you
sideways,
this way or that way, like
because I was low-key about to sue them for unfair dismissal,
Yeah.
And then the homie Caesar's like, just let it go.
It's not gonna be worth.
It's not worth it, you know. He said it's just the universe's way of saying bigger and better for you, bro.
Yeah.
And to his words, man, that shit came through, you know.
Yeah.
Because now I'm much
Shout
better.
out to Caesar.
Yeah, much better.
Hail Caesar.
Yeah. He a good dude too.
But I mean, that is true, and I've been a very staunch proponent of that. When it comes your time, it is your time, and for me,
it don't matter how good you are.
No. Well, it's all about getting with the program,
right?
At the end of the day,
and if you're not falling in line with what they want,
and
you want to kind of do your own thing, and like have your own personality and try to run shit on your own accord.
Even if you're not trying to do it on your own accord, even if you're just trying to do it the way you've always done it, or the way the venue has always done it, or the way the guests expect it, you could be put in a position to where you find out one day by waking up, you know what? It's not for me no more. It's time for me to go.
So weird because at the end of the day, no matter how we go about it, at the end of the day, it's all about bringing in numbers, bringing in people, pleasing the guests, which is what all of these institutions say is the most important thing. And so we do it, and it just may not be within like the protocol way that they want it to be done. But at the end of the day, it brings in more numbers. And it brings in more money.
That protocol way might not even be about the company. It can just be about that one manager or that one coworker who gets to stick up their ass about you and make you the problem. You could be doing it the same way you've always done it and the same way it's always been okay within that company. You just get the wrong person in the wrong position of fucking power and they can change everything. And they can do it in a way that makes the people above them think, oh, this is the way we're supposed to go. And then next thing you know, your numbers are lower and you're sitting here trying to figure out, where did we go wrong? Well, you can't find out how you went wrong because the person you listen to isn't going to tell you, hey, I fucked up and you fucked up by listening to me. And the person who tried to tell you before no longer works there. Because we quit.
And it's funny, all the regulars you make, they always be like,
I'm quitting.
Where are you? Where have you been? You know? Oh, no, you good.
No, that shit was annoying. I've been running into that in my own job. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things where you just really get to a point where you're just like, I'm done. But please continue with what you were saying.
No, I was just kind of piggybacking off what you were saying is because then it's like you've obviously made your regulars at that joint and then you've left and then they're always asking for you, because you've treated them with so much,
Yeah, because you provide them a very specific like service that other people aren't providing, and they come in for you, and then you're like gone. And I've seen that even happen at Redacted because there was a point in time when we had, for daytime, like we had like 2 specific bartenders that were usually on the day squad, and they just got like a solid amount of regulars, which is necessary because we don't have a lot of people that just come in during the day there. And so when they had like regulars, like it could be popping even on days when it's not popping. For them, they could be bringing in money, and then they got rid of one of them because they weren't according to plan. They didn't ring in everything correctly. But like it would be like she would make drinks that like she came up with like a peanut butter and jelly shot or whatever,
which you can't ring in because they don't allow you to, because they don't give you the buttons you ask for. So it's not that person, I apologize for cutting you off, but I'm saying for people following the story who may not be industry or may not understand why that happens, well, if you go and you make a drink, you make a shot, you make a cocktail, you make anything, you're supposed to press a button to account for it.
To account for every
single
ounce.
thing.
Yeah.
And then you want to do that. And you say you have a regular you haven't seen in 6 months, and there's been a change to where you can no longer ring in things the way that you used to. But this regular comes in and they tip 50% every time because they get the exact same thing and they get it from you, and they
like it how you make it.
Yep.
They don't want nobody else to make it. They want you to make
because
it.
you've worked with them so many times. You know exactly they want their old fashioned with a little bit less bitters, maybe a little bit more cane syrup or whatever.
Yeah.
And because you can't account for all that stuff, you're seen as stealing.
Never
products.
satisfied when someone else makes it. They're like, no, can you take this back? Can you get my regular person?
And now you wasted product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're losing more money doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than just
and you say that our job is to be retaining regulars, right?
That is what
they came back for me for this experience.
Yeah.
It's always about elevating the experience.
Right.
I've already provided an elevated experience, which is why I have regulars.
Right.
So let me give them what they're looking for.
Yeah.
Don't make it harder for me to satisfy the customers that you want to continue coming in.
So there was these 3 ladies at Japanesey, right? Latina ladies.
I love that name stick.
You know?
I love that.
They used to like me making their lychee martinis.
Ooh.
Right? But
I would hear about that.
Right. But what I used to do is, because they were my regulars and they tipped so well, I would charge them happy hour price. Right? Because they would buy it wouldn't be like one off. They'd buy multiple. So I'm like, okay, you know.
You were still getting our money.
Yeah, I was still getting their money, but I wasn't using like maybe the top shelf shit. I was like, if I'm charging you like happy hour shit, I have to use well, but I'll still make your shit fire, right?
Which the customer doesn't care because they trust you.
They trust me.
Yes.
So they used to fuck with that. So I used to do that, and they'd buy 4 or 5 martinis when they were there.
Yeah.
4 or 5 martinis.
Martinis.
I'm still racking it up though.
I'm still making some money.
Yeah.
And then they tip in like crazy because they fuck with you, and you're pouring a little heavy, but you know.
Yeah.
Was an issue.
They pulled you in the office.
You're stealing from us. I was like, wow.
I'm not stealing from you. I'm Robin Hood.
Right.
I'm giving to the poor.
Right. I got called my manager called me a thief. I was like, bitch, you is trying it.
The fuck?
I got called it. If it wasn't a woman, I would have punched that motherfucker in the face.
We don't promote violence.
Period.
But maybe he does.
No,
oh.
no, I wasn't.
I was thinking of
punch you in the face.
Jesus, I heard the accent there.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro.
I was thinking something totally different.
What were you thinking?
I wiped it from my hard drive as fast as possible because I
Yeah.
don't want to get in trouble.
No, but that was the thing because I'm not gonna lie to you. I heard that was the word of how you left Japanesey, and I was like, "What? No, that doesn't even make sense." But like, I figured it was some bullshit like that.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to help you out.
And you know what's so funny?
Damn.
Christina and what's Shorty's name? Christina and
Christine.
No, Christine. Sorry.
Yeah.
And the black kid. She had black hair.
Tati.
And Tati, man, fuck. Shout out to Tati.
Shout out to Christine and Tati.
Yeah, they were there.
Oh, they saw that incident go down. Oh fuck.
And then I used to give them happy hour shit all the time.
No, I heard
that's why they were there.
Yeah, no, that's definitely why they were there. Because I go out.
No, but they would do the same for me.
Yeah, like everybody.
So we were just like doing,
right.
Yeah, everybody was hooking
each
other up.
Which again, if you're operating a place, you're supposed to factor that in.
You just factor in.
So wait, you go ahead and finish because I want to add what I'm saying after you're done. I'm sorry. Please continue. Sorry, I said that as you were sipping.
Well, no, you were just talking
go ahead
about
and take your sip.
Christine and Tati were coming into the spot and they saw the whole situation go down.
No, but they and the people that knew them already, they were regulars all the time. They would always get charged the full price for food and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, fucking giving them a happy hour tequila is not. It's not like they're getting it for free.
Yeah,
right.
And they're still paying for it.
They're still paying.
It's still being
and
like
you're taking care of the people in your area, who sends people to you when they go to them.
I'm like,
where else should I go now that I'm not going to be in your venue? oh, go to Japanesey. It's right across this fucking street.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do until I went in there and saw that they got rid of the fucking reverse happy hour. And I was like, I can't send you over there no more because I know their food is too expensive for the people who come in here at this time of night and are looking for a certain thing. There are food trucks outside. For you to charge
top dollar
at that time of night when there's a food truck, there's a fucking hot dog cart across the street.
Yeah.
There's also 2 food trucks down the street, another one on the corner, and 2 more down from there, and 3 more down the street.
Yo, have y'all tried the chow mein food truck yet?
Fire as fuck. Fire as fuck. I got it with the tiger shrimp.
Oh, for real?
Yo,
I haven't
fucking,
gotten it.
I felt like a fucking Power Ranger because I was like, Tiger, give me that shit, bro. Give me that shit. Give it to me. Fire as fuck.
I haven't tried it myself yet, but everybody has told me this shit.
That's the one thing I will say.
What I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I haven't tried it yet.
That's the one thing I will say that my current bar manager told me that was actually correct. The rest of what he said, he can go fuck himself. But that one I was pretty good with, which was the chow mein truck is fire.
I've heard this.
He knew what he was talking about with that. The rest of it, you need to go back to training, homeboy.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's called I don't give a fuck no more.
Right.
I was trying to say that earlier. I was trying to say that earlier, and now I have to say it twice. Right. This is literally what happens when you put someone who is employed by a place in a position where they no longer give a fuck.
Right.
And
which is sad.
Yeah,
in a way,
y'all gonna see what I do on my way out. Right. I can say it that way.
Go out with a bang. That's all.
It's not about going out in it with a bang, which is normally the reaction,
right? To
do. No, it's not about going out.
No, going out with a bang is never the right.
I'm going out in a sense of.
I don't think you believe that, but it's okay.
No, because I always go out with a bang.
Yeah.
But if I didn't, it would be a lot more smoother.
So I just want you to tell your story. It sounds like you have a fucking story, bro.
Because when I'm like,
what's the bang you got on?
If I get pushed out, I go out with a bang.
Such as,
yo, let's go.
No, especially if I'm wrongly pushed out. You know?
Yes.
Like I'm gonna cause dramas for that last day or that last week that I'm at that place.
Such as,
just cause headaches.
Bro, give specifics.
No, I get what you're saying.
No, I don't.
No,
okay.
So this
makes me a picture.
Yeah.
So it's like when you're supposed to clean up after.
Yeah.
You're not. I leave the ice
in the well.
The well filled with ice.
You just do that.
I won't wipe the bottles down.
Yeah, you do that one little thing.
I'll leave all the dishes.
Just make shit just a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, I'll torture your soul.
Yeah.
Until I get out. And then I want my last check when I'm on shift.
You turn into a housewife that ain't giving up the pussy no more. You're like, you know what? Remember when I used to give you this?
You had it so good.
Right.
Remember how I used to couch remember how I used to burn that ice. And then get your other bitch to burn that ice.
And then those high sales,
yeah,
are now very low.
Very low.
Yep.
No. Yeah. No, I feel you. So that's what I mean by that. It's one of those things where when you're fucking with a veteran knows where's your floor and where's your ceiling.
Right.
Yeah.
And usually a veteran works towards their ceiling as much as possible.
Of course.
You get them to a point where they're like, no, I'm going to work towards my floor. They know where their floor is. Yeah. And that's all I'm saying is I'm going to work closer to my floor than my ceiling. It doesn't make any sense for me to work any harder, to help make you any more money, because I did that and it got me where I was and got me where I am.
And it makes you they abuse you.
Exactly.
Because they overwork you then.
Exactly.
And they don't want to pay you.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Which are all things that, were understood.
Yeah.
That happened.
Yeah.
And it put me in a position where I had to ask myself, do I continue to feed into this monster? Mm-hmm. Or do I start saying to myself, you know what? I need to start moving on for myself, doing the best thing for me.
Growth.
And it is growth. And I was very honest about that with, management.
Right.
Hey guys, I'm leaving. I let it be known. This is why I'm leaving in the most, honest but also respectful of ways.
Yeah.
I say what I say here, but at the same time, it's like, I'm just talking shit. It's not like I'm like, we got beef. Like, we got to fucking handle it in the bathroom or something like that. But
no pun intended.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, you know what? I don't like what you did. I'm going to let you know I don't like what you did. It's time for me to move on. And I've made that very clear. So therefore, the establishment that I work in, they're not trying to replace me immediately because they know I'm not gonna leave without letting you know, and I'm not gonna leave you holding the bag in your hand of like, well, what do we do?
Right.
Because as you said, you're losing someone of my caliber. You're losing a professional, someone who knows the ins and outs of this business. I'm not trying to harm you. I just realized it's time for me to move on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's
still integrity.
And you know what?
Yeah, the integrity, viewing it like a relationship in of sorts. Like,
and some people get so stuck in staying where they are. Like there's one person at Japanesey that's been there for like 10, 12 years. I'm like,
which is not Caesar, by the way.
It's not Caesar.
Yeah.
But I'm like, girl, move on. Like you got so much general knowledge. Like you could do so much better,
Yeah.
But she's comfortable, And I'm like,
comfort is a hell of a drug.
I'm not gonna lie, I fall into that trap sometimes.
Comfort's a hell of a
everybody
drug.
does.
Yeah.
Everybody
really is.
Yeah.
You get to a point where you just feel like you're okay where you are. It's hard to find the motivation to move outside of that, especially if it has the potential to be uncomfortable or you have the potential to fall flat on your face.
Yeah. And she would flip out when I was like, you got to progress. Like I would always say like, yeah, I'm at this place, but this is not going to be forever for me.
And that's what I meant by Japanesey as far as with you getting there. I used to work at Lucky Strike back in the day. And I remember when I first got to Lucky Strike, the guy that I respected the most as a bartender, he told me, he was like, you're a better bartender than this place. And I started like learning the other bartenders there, and they said the same because they said the same for themselves.
Right.
We all realized at a certain point, like this is not where our bartending career ends. We should be doing better.
Right.
But it is a very empowering feeling when you see people or you work with people that you respect and you see their skill level and they say, you're better than this place. And that's what I meant by hearing the Japanesey thing. Like I knew that you didn't have the experience because when you worked at Irish, that's when me and you really started talking because that's you doing your thing and you were just, hey, I'm working, I'll talk to people, but I could tell you weren't trying to outshine the bartenders.
No.
But at the same time, you were like, I am me. Because I remember one time, back then I was still doing my athletic apparel.
Yeah.
Which is coming back.
That's right.
That's coming back.
And
that's
you,
coming
and
back.
you asked me to
my
thighs.
And then you were saying, you were like, like the way you say, he was like, yeah, I wear this and this and that. And I was talking to you. And I think that was when I found out about your music.
Yeah.
You were like, I mean, I'm new here, but like, I'm somebody somewhere.
Right.
And I was like you didn't say it that way, but I got that gist. And I was like, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone's somebody.
What used to fuck me up at Irish is that I'm a very self-confident person, Like, I'm me. I own me, I'm not trying to impose on anybody else. But you're not going to, like, sway me out of me being me. You know what I'm saying? And that used to ruffle a few feathers because it's like they realize, no, you're not just a regular barback,
Right.
Oh, bet like you're not just like here just like to fit into the program. It's like I'm also going to bring me to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And then people used to fuck with me which used to irritate them more. Not so much the girls, more so the dudes.
It's always like that.
It's always the dudes,
And then when they saw like I was just progressing so quickly, kind of, it's time for me to go.
But I also feel like that's one of those things that has the possibility of getting lost within this industry is that you want to make sure, especially as men, I'm not a victim of it. I love it. I'm saying you want to make sure that the guy working next to you has your back and can handle everything that you can handle.
Period.
So you're going to fuck with him. You're going to joke with him. You got to push his buttons. You got to see where the line is.
Yeah.
Not that you want to go over it, but you just want to be like, I need to know you have one.
Right.
Because I've also run into that situation where regardless of the sex of the coworker, I'll have my coworker's back, but when it's time for my coworker to have my back, nowhere to be seen.
Nowhere to be seen.
And the last thing
They'll let you burn, bro.
Oh my! If I hear you letting someone else who's a customer, or a stranger in general, talk shit about me, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit, because there's no way I'll let somebody who doesn't know you talk shit about you. Right. There's no fucking way.
I would cut that off real quick.
No. You know? You gotta go ahead and end that. Like, period. And I forget exactly what like led me to that, but as far as like what I remember leading me to that, based off of what you said, is you were saying, well, when I first got here, people, you know, especially the guys, like, you know, the women,
they didn't know who I was, right?
They didn't know who you were. So
they said, oh, he's new to this country. Right. They thought I was starting at zero, but they didn't realize I was a very successful man back home. And I had a whole bunch of shit, you know?
Yeah.
And not to be braggadocious, but it's like, imagine you guys have done shit in your life, right?
Yeah.
You're not coming into a new job place starting at zero, right?
Right. And, but also, even if you haven't.
Right.
And I feel like that's what I was trying to say, just to bridge the two as far as what you're saying and what I was trying to say. So please continue.
Oh, yeah. So it's like when they were kind of like doing that, it was kind of weird to me. And then because I had so much confidence in who I was, like I was like, what the fuck are these people? You know, like, and it was weird to them. I don't think they were like understanding that I just didn't give a fuck. Right. You know?
Right. Like, this is just a stepping stone.
And
it's nothing against people.
Nothing against it.
And are making it more than a stepping stone, but just understand, like, I'm not just taking your shit because this is my end all be all.
Period.
Yeah.
I
get that.
I love that.
So
Sorry,
you nailed it on the head.
Yeah,
I was zoning out for a minute there because I was really enjoying, you know, what you both were saying, because that's also one of the things that I remember when I first started out, not as a bar back, but when I first moved into this industry as a full-time job. I had already been bartending for a couple years, and I remember the bar back that I was learning from, the way that they would talk to me was very much I need to teach you this and this and that. And I was like, no, I took this job because the person who offered me the job, which was a GM, said, based on your resume, I can't hire you at this position. But I can hire you at this position and you can work your way up. Right. And so I walked in with that same confidence, like, I haven't charted, but it's like, I bartended.
Right.
Like, I know the job. The job that you're still learning and you want to be a part of. I've already done it. Right. It's just I did it in a JV league. I did it in the European league. Or I did it over here.
Right,
I didn't do it in, or if I, you know, shit, say you did, you know, US, you know, soccer, and then you go to FIFA. It's like,
no,
bitch, if you don't get the fuck out my face, like, I'm sorry, bro. Like, get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, it's
different.
Away with you. Away with you kind of deal. You know what I mean? And it's just, that's one of the things that I think a lot of times gets lost with, not just within our industry, but just with people in general. You know, like, you never know who you're talking to.
Exactly.
You could be talking to someone and you think, this is just someone, whatever, and they could have so many awards or not have awards, or they can have bodies that you don't know about. Like, you don't know who the fuck you're talking to. So how about you treat everyone?
What my parents always said, you treat everybody you meet on the same level.
Absolutely.
Because that janitor that you being disrespectful to, he or she may be related to somebody that could help you out in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always live by that. My dad said you treat the lowest person you ever meet and the highest person you ever meet the same.
Yeah.
And you can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because the person,
and then they respect you too.
That's what I was gonna say. The person who actually either deserves the respect based off of their status, and the person who doesn't deserve the respect based off of their status, they will still feel the same way about how you treated them. They will still feel that connection to you, that appreciation, that thankfulness towards you. And that's what we're all supposed to be working towards, which is that's what this industry is about at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And that's what led us all here, is to you know, how many times have you tried to be on this show and everything like that? But what led you here is just that we all have that same love for this industry.
Exactly.
We've all met each other with, you know, nothing but unity and respect, and we see the same things within our guests, and we want to provide that, and we want to have that within ourselves, and we want to see that within the rest of you out there. So, you know, just always remember that, you know, the customer the customer you're serving could easily just as well be you on the opposite end. You know?
100%.
Like, and how many amazing people do you meet at the bar though?
So many.
Yeah.
And they be
all
all from different walks of life, but you know, a lot of successful people you'll meet just serving them a beer.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And then, I mean, it also kind of depends on, like, I know for me this past weekend, it was a lot depending on my mood. It's like how I will interact and get that, like, that interaction with them. Yeah. Because, like, there was definitely toward the end, I kind of had like a shitty few days at work. And so during that time period, I wasn't necessarily in my best mood going into it. And shout out to this one chick, because this one young lady, I should say, because we didn't mesh at first. Like, basically I just was like on like my 5th or 6th day in a row, and I was not really
so
like
your threshold was low.
My threshold was very low, and she came in left, and it was just kind of like, one, it's loud, 2, the music is kind of like jumping, and so like she started talking very, very low like this, and I was just like, wait, can you talk a little bit louder? But like all of my like pleasantries are a little bit out of the way at this point. I'm just like, I'm sorry, you just gonna have to speak a little bit louder. And she's like, and then she didn't change her volume at all. And at that point, I'm just like, wait, what? And so then she had me, long story less long, she basically wanted me to make her an east side. But in order for me to make an east side, I gotta go order cucumber from the fucking back of house. Oh shit. And it's like a whole process. So I gotta order it from the back house, go get it from the back house, bring it back. And so I make most of the drink except for the cucumber, go get it, bring it back. And then she like looks at me, she's like, you didn't finish that, did you?
Because they didn't want it anymore.
She wanted the watermelon drink at this point.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, I mean,
even without a short fuse, that would have pissed me off anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already
like, you made me do all of that.
All of that. I done spent like 5 minutes doing everything I need to do to try to get you your drink. You pissed me off the beginning, but I dealt with it. And so and then like literally cucumber in hand from the back of house, she's like, you didn't finish it, did you? Because I want to get the watermelon drink. And I'm like, all right, cool. And so I make her the watermelon drink. I present it to her. And she had said when she ordered the east side, I want it up. Well, the east side comes up. So I was like, yeah, of course it'll be up, whatever. So then I present her the watermelon drink, which is just like on the rocks. And she's like, no, I wanted it up. No. And so at this point, I now all of the pleasantries I had, which is already a thin layer, it's out the fucking window.
Yeah, nah, it's gone.
Yeah, now. And I'm just like, okay, cool. And then I just like slam it on the fucking table on like the well, go get like a coupe, whatever, and then like, you know, I give it to her. And mind you, I'm still going to give you the best possible drink. I'm still going to give you the mint, smack it, whatever, put it in there, make sure it's the best possible presentation of it, and give it to you. And anyway, so like I can hear like she's on the phone, she's kind of complaining about me, she's talking to people, and then at a certain point and then I come back to her, it's like, is there anything else I can get for you? But it's like that very just exasperated, just like, what else can I do for you, bitch? And so is there anything else I can get for you? And she wants another round because clearly it tasted good, whatever. She gets that, and then she stopped at a certain point, I want to say going into the 3rd round, and she was just kind of like, are you having a good day? And I was like, honestly,
she was trying to come for you.
Yeah, she's trying to like talk to me now. Like, no, bitch, you're the reason my day's a little off. Like, I wasn't at the best to begin with.
But that's usually when those type of people like
are trying to press your buttons.
Yeah. No, but here's the thing. It turned out good. Let me spoiler alert. It turned out good because she basically was like, it just feels like your bad day is showing, and like your energy is showing in your energy. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah. And like, what else? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, it is what it is, or well, is there anything like we're talking about? It's like, no, I don't want to talk about it with you. Like, you're kind of the source of whatever my energy.
You're like triggering it more.
You're triggering it more. I just want you to have the best possible drink and experience you can have,
so that you can get the fuck out of my face.
But it actually turned out really good. I ended up comping one of her rounds and whatnot, and we actually had good pleasantries after that. But speaking of what you're talking about, like the best people or good people you can meet at the bar. It also depends on your mood, and then eventually, like, you can kind of get there if you just kind of open up and really
just talk about general shit.
That
leads to you seeing if you have any commonalities.
But like honestly, my mood didn't start that well, but like her energy, like we eventually found common ground to get on, and we just talking about other stuff. But like. It got to a good place by the end of the conversation.
Yeah, my bad mood is a real bad mood.
Like when you're bartending and you have a bad mood, how does that go?
Quiet.
But like you can't though. You're the bartender.
I know, like, but I can put the poker face on for the customer.
Okay.
But if my coworkers are coming at me crazy,
okay,
I'm just going real quiet.
And actually,
and I just nod.
Mm-hmm.
And a nod.
It's actually funny. My bar manager commented on that. She was like, last Wednesday, you didn't say a word. Yeah. Like, you just were in production. You didn't say anything for 4 or 5 hours. And I was like, you knew where the fuck I was at.
Yeah. But there's this one homegirl at my new job, right? She a cool chick. Like, one day I hope you meet her.
When he started touching himself, you know what the fuck
that
means. Like,
no.
Cool chick, though.
Nah, she a cool chick. And she called me out, like, because she, like, just on a personal level, like outside of work, we kick it, like we cool peoples. He's like, you in a shit mood. Yeah. And I started laughing. I'm like, you can tell? I was like, she's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, and she just left me. And just, she just knew.
Yeah, just like let you be in your space because that's what it is.
And it kind of broke my mood a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh shit, someone's noticing. Let me kind of like adjust myself.
I was gonna say that like when you're in a bad mood, but like you still gotta perform because you're on stage pretty much. Like how do you kind of
and your energy still exudes from you, so you kind of want.
I know mine's does. Yeah. Mine's definitely does. Yeah. Like how do you push past that?
Like I need to like just tell myself, I'm like, okay, you gotta just put a poker face on. Yeah, you gotta in a badass mood, but you kind of need to. You got it till you make it a little bit,
Yeah.
And then sometimes when I do that, it kind of eases whatever. It makes me forget about my bad day a little bit.
Right.
And I go into autopilot, and then I'm kind of like
Yeah.
And then when it's like at the end of the night, then my mind slows down again.
Yeah.
And then I'm in my bad mood again. So it's almost like it puts it on the back burner for a little bit.
The adrenaline of the shift kind of like takes over, and you can kind of push past it.
Then I can push past it and kind of like still give that energy that I need to.
Right.
Might not be at 100%, but at least it's not at 20%.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? When you're in a bad mood, how do you push past it to get through your shift to perform for the people?
I mean, it all depends on the shift.
Right.
Okay.
To be perfectly honest, I would like to say that it's usually easy to get through it, but it isn't always the case. Sometimes it depends on who I'm working with,
right?
Who I'm not working with, how the customer interactions are going or anything like that. But the main thing that I always tell myself is they're not paying for whatever your problem is. So
at the door,
yeah. Like I just tell myself like whatever it is that I'm dealing with, they're not here for it,
and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah. They really don't. And the only way I can affect this is negatively.
Right.
But if I do my normal run of the mill self and just tuck all my side problems away and just do my job, then I'm pretty sure at the end of this I can get a baseline return. So let me just do that. Focus on the job at hand. Yeah. I feel like that's how.
And I kind of like it better when it's semi-busy.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%.
It makes the day just go so much.
Because you're just dealing with the shit.
And
well, I was gonna say because that was the thing with that chick is like I kind of had to pretend like I was having a bad day, but it's like. You're the reason that this energy is here, but I can't sit here and tell you like you're the reason. And so it's like, oh yeah, I'm having a bad day. Nah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, it's just you. But like, and you're triggering everything.
You are the source of my problem.
Yeah.
As much as I would act like I would love to act like you're not, but you just are.
You just are, yeah.
And you're not reading the play.
You're not reading the fucking room right now. Yeah.
And it's like you're fucking dumb. Like,
Leave me alone.
Oh man, yeah. It'd be like that sometimes. Damn, the industry. What will you do?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Move to another country, I guess.
It's the same shit over. It's the same shit. Grass ain't greener.
Oh, shit. Damn.
But
You might get a different accent, but that's same situations.
Fuck. Damn. That's not depressing at all.
Yeah.
Well, at least now we know there's no escape.
At all.
Shout out to you, Kia.
Good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you again, man, for coming on.
I appreciate
it's been
it,
a
man.
blast.
Yes.
And as always, with everyone here, you always have an open invite. If you
Yeah,
ever
I
wanna
appreciate
come
the
back on.
invite,
And-
man. It's
Yeah.
been fun. You know, the conversation's been cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We both learned a lot. We are a little less dumb Americans after after the end of this.
Huzzah.
Yeah.
Bitches.
That's all I got.
Right. So thank you again. Anything else you want to, leave anybody with?
You wanna plug some music or?
Yeah, like
we
anything you want to.
Nah, I'm cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
just thank you for the opportunity, and it's a cool little thing you got going on, and
Appreciate it.
yeah,
Thank you, brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate
man.
that.
yeah.
All right, and we will see y'all next week. Deuces.
Shout out.
I gotta pee.